Hi, I'm attorney Vincent Davis, and I've been fighting CPS for over 35 years. Through my years of experience, I've gained invaluable insights that I'm ready to share with you. If you're a parent or a caregiver or a relative, we need to talk. I'm offering a new opportunity for you to speak with me on a one-on-one basis. Ask me any questions, and I'll provide you with the insight you need to take steps in your CPS case. Members get everything they need to gain confidence and the knowledge that they need to support necessary to truly fight back. And as a special thank you for attending, I have a special offer just for you. Don't miss out, join us, and let's take that next step together. I'll see you at the question and answer event.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Bob Pace. I'm your host, and here are to fight CPS and stop taking our children. This is a live podcast, and I warmly welcome all of you that are fighting CPS or dealing with CPS. It's not a very pleasant experience with CPS. I know that you guys are glad you joined me because hopefully I can get out of the room there, but I'm back again. And Mr. Davis tells about his upcoming podcast, questions and answers. So it's important you attend them. But I also want to thank Mr. Davis because he does so much to help other people. He's a kind and caring, giving man, and he really wants to help you. That's why he provides these podcasts and all these ways of how to talk to him at little cost or no cost. So I want you to listen carefully because I do want to share what will work and what some of the things that won't work and so forth. Now, you found me on Facebook, Fighting CPS Bob Pace. I'm broadcasting YouTube using the StreamYard application. I'm on at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time, and then again at 7 o'clock at night Pacific Standard Time. I'm on. That's twice a day, 7 days a week. That's 14 shows. So I've been doing this for over a year. I've talked to over 600 some people. I've talked to all the 50 states, including Washington, D.C. I've also talked to 17 countries, from Bangladesh to India, up to the Middle East, then to the Africa, the countries in the continent of Africa, then up to Europe, then across the pond to North America, United States, South America, Canada's up there, Mexico, Central America, and then down in South America, then across the Pacific to our lands down under Australia and New Zealand. I've talked to them also. So CPS is a worldwide epidemic, and it's not going very well in a lot of places. Everybody I talk to seems to have a common problem with them because they're taking your children when they're not in danger, and they're not returning your children. Now, I need to tell you, you hear me throw on CPS. What I call CPS is the Child Protection System. Every state, every county will have a system there. It's a branch of social services. They're supposed to, mandated by law, by Congress, to protect their children from neglect and abuse. And they're supposed to do a fair investigation and get the family, if they have to bring them apart, back together. They have to do that. So they're mandated by law to protect their children from neglect or abuse. Also, they help out families in need of food, clothing, shelter, transportation, medical, educational, and even a job. And if they do take the family apart because they find it's necessary and there's a lot of domestic violence taking place, they're supposed to bring them back together through unification. But there's things that have gotten in the way of CPS. One of them is the incentive law. Bill Clinton signed into law of 1997 that basically says they give incentives to child protection agencies if they get the children adopted. They say we're waiting, their social CPS waiting too long for the reunification. So they're trying to push away the reunification, which is sad because so many of your parents out there want your children back. You want to start taking care of them. And it's really, really hard when that happens. Now, let me adjust myself a little bit. I'm trying to get myself here a little bit. Okay. Okay. I need to push the computer further. Okay, I had to get the right way there so my body doesn't keep falling apart. Oh, boy. I hope everyone had a good day. The weather's starting to change in a lot of different areas. But what I really want to do is help you all fight CPS, get your children back, and learn about what CPS is. They've become bad. They've become rogue. They're not like they're supposed to be or founded on what they're supposed to do. They aren't returning children. They aren't doing family reunification. They're stealing children and abusing children. They alienate and they traffic your children into foster care, which is wrong. Now, we have Miranda Beaver. Welcome, Miranda Beaver. CPS just took my 8-month-old baby because of damages that were done to our home during the Hurricane Helena. Oh boy, you're the first one that's called in about that. I know what they're doing out there. They're not trying to give support to families. I know exactly what you're talking about, Miranda, because I worry about your children out there. They never offered me assistance on fixing if they came and said they were taking my babies. Well, first of all, they can't take your babies unless they have a warrant. They have to have a good cause. They're going to try to intimidate you or get the police. And that's sad, Miranda Beaver. She's, I know what you went through with Hurricane Helena, and that's wrong what they're doing there. Did you look up the Dwight Mitchell? Yes, I did. I did see the advocate, Tammy. Welcome back, Tammy. I did look it up and read it. It was quite interesting. Now, Miranda says, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Well, I have Miranda Beaver from Hurricane Helena. I don't know what state you're in. I would like to know what state that you're in there. So, Miranda Beaver, the person Dwight Mitchell is somebody that Tammy was sharing me last night. And I have it pulled up and I can look at it in a moment here. Miranda Beaver, you're from what part of the country, your city, and your state? I gave at least 20 names of people that had no criminal backgrounds, that CPS cases in their past, they deny every one of them. I'm so sorry, Miranda. That's wrong. I'm from North Carolina. Okay. Miranda is from North Carolina. I live in the Burke County, North Carolina. I think you guys are hit really hard by the heavy rains and the hurricanes and so forth. So we have Miranda Beaver from Burke County, North Carolina, and Tammy, who brought up some interesting concepts yesterday. I'm glad to see Tammy back and Miranda Beaver here in the room. Now, is CPS? I mean, I don't understand there because if they got the Army to help, the National Guard could fly in temporary trailers and housing for your people there that have lost their home down the river. I think that's wrong. I think for them to take children because you can't provide a roof over the head because of the hurricane. Are you talking to FEMA at those shelters? Miranda, do you talk to FEMA at the shelters? Representatives from FEMA? Excuse me 1 second here. I got to step away from the screen for one moment. Okay, I'm back. Um, Hello, Faye. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm back. Welcome, everybody, again. I had an emergency come up. The oven, my food I was prepping caught on fire, so I had to go shut it off. So I'm okay.
Was it your pizza?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
We have Miranda Beaver, who is from North Carolina, that horrifically has survived Hurricane Helena, but social workers are now asking her to take her children away because she can't provide a home for them. So that's what I'm talking about. Tammy was on last night, and Tammy was talking about a person, an advocate, from a guy named Dwight. Let me get his correct name here. Hold on a second here. Of helping out people, Dwight Mitchell, who has 3 videos on eugenics. Dwight is an advocate from Minnesota. And I did read about that. But what I want to stick with, oh, hi, Faye. I see you came in. I hope you're having a safe, blessed night. I need to catch up with everybody here. Let me go back.
I think they hope to
get. Okay. Miranda, okay, first one in the room was Miranda Beaver. They took her 8-month-old baby. I'm sorry, go ahead, Faye. Faye's probably having some animal issues. Anyway, Miranda says they took away her 8-month-old baby.
Mom, just read it. Just read it.
Okay. Miranda Beaver said CPS just took my 8-month-old baby because of damage that was done to our home during Hurricane Helena. They never offered me assistance on fixing it. They just came and they said they were taking my baby. And then Tammy came on, who was from the other night, and Tammy said, "Did you look up Dwight Mitchell?" Hold on one second. I'm back again. I'm broadcasting from my home, and my son just came home from working all day, and I was told him about his dinner being prepared for him. And I got the pizza in time so it didn't burn up. Now, we have Faye, who's called in, just trying to help. She's from Richmond, Kentucky. She's a single mom, and she had 2 children, but her daughter was ripped from her for no reason at all. And she's taking care of her son, her special needs son. But she's hassled, and it's really become corrupt in the Kentucky area that she lives in. Now, Tammy was talking about an advocate of CPS, Dwight Mitchell. And Miranda says, I don't know who that is. I didn't know either, but I looked him up. Now, Miranda further said, I gave 20 names. I'll put that up there. I gave 20 names of people that had no criminal background nor CPS cases in their past. He denied every one of them. That's typical, Miranda, what they do. CPS is so they're right on the button there. So that's typical what they do there. There's no question about that. And of course, Miranda Beaver says from North Carolina. And then Miranda also says, I live in a county. It's called Burke County in North Carolina. Tammy says, give Miranda a list of advocates. Well, right now, Miranda needs help with her lawyer, and she needs to help get her kids back. I don't know if the advocates will help her or not. So we got to be careful there giving out information about that, because eugenics is not a proven science field. It's for someone that knows the future, that can talk about it. The Truth Movement, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Nancy Shaver, throughout her career as an activist and politician, she was a champion of Christian conservative causes and opposes the Department of Child Protection. Yes. And she was murdered. There's no question about that. So we have the Truth Movement here, and then we have Faye. And then Miranda says, my phone went crazy, kicked me back to the home screen, and the new video isn't playing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miranda. You can see the Truth Movement. The Truth Movement says no, and remember, never help CPS investigate you. That's true. You don't want to help CPS. They're not your friend, and they're going to take your kids away. Now, Faye further says, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a safe, blessed night. Now, Tammy, who has this person named Dwight Mitchell she's trying to throw out there. I looked up that last night. Good. 3 videos on eugenics. Dwight Mitchell is an advocate from Minnesota. Now, Miranda Beaver, we have home owners insurance through State Farm, but due to the volume of claims that the hurricane has caused, it's taken a longer time when it was supposed to have contractors at the house. I know, Miranda, and I don't understand why CPS, because Faye talked about that weeks ago, that she had heard rumors or heard the truth that the CPS people were taking away people that lost their homes down the river. And that should not be the issue. It should not be the issue. Tammy's got to go, so you take care, Tammy. Let's see. Tiffany Wise, an advocate from Virginia. Ted Weisner is an advocate from Virginia. So she has listed 3 advocates: Dwight Mitchell, Tiffany Wise, and Ted Weisner. And look them up on the internet and see if you can find them. They try to help you. Now, Miranda, who has the damaged home for the hurricanes, to fix the damages, but they said we are 100% covered. My question is, since new help has been offered to me, and they just took my baby and said that that's violation due process. I don't know how someone could take your baby unless you give them permission to, because they have to have a court order. And, I thank you, Tammy. Sorry you have to go. Thank you for listening to Advocates. Miranda says, yes, thank you. Tammy, you keep in touch. Now, Miranda says, no, because FEMA is for people who wasn't covered under their home insurance, their website says. You still talk to FEMA. I used to work with the Red Cross. I'm still on task force for the Red Cross. They handle disasters, and I know how FEMA works and what they're supposed to do. No matter if you have insurance or not have insurance, FEMA is supposed to help everybody that's a victim of that hurricane. They're supposed to have service centers and shelters set up. They're supposed to have the National Guard involved to either fly in temporary homes. They got the helicopters. They can fly in temporary homes and put you up in those homes. Now, Faye has listed a thing called Stop CPS Legally Kidnapping Children and who we are. Now, you can go to that website, https:// I can't put that on the screen. It won't go up there, Faye. I don't know. Let me see. Does it go up there? Yes, it goes on the screen. Faye says it's a real important website. So there it is up on the screen. Yes, I see your comments, Faye, and I put them up on the screen. Can you tell Miranda to contact me on Messenger? Sure, Miranda. You can contact Faye. She's found on Facebook, Faye Manley. And you go to Facebook Messenger and you can contact her there and she can work out. Dwight Mitchell is a pastor. Okay, Tammy. Thank you. Faye Manley. They use police to do so. Okay, good. And Miranda says they ended up getting the court order and showing up with 2 police officers to take my baby. So they had a court order. Now, what were the grounds of taking your baby? Miranda Beaver, what were the grounds? Faye says police will arrest you if you fight them, and then it'll be used against you in court. She's true. The police, are very abusive and they will try to fight you. Best thing to do is you need to get an attorney. You can't fight CPS. It's like open heart surgery. You need somebody who's trained in dependency law, someone who knows what to do. Okay, Faye further says, most likely. Okay, all right, okay. Now we have another person, a new person in the room. I'm going to put up my phone number because I haven't had a chance to tell you how they interact. So I'm going to put my phone number up there so that way you can all, if you want anybody that wants to call in. I have Faye on the phone right now who's called in and she's trying to listen and help. Now, Miranda Beaver has said a new comment here. She says, because of the damages, there's no one passing their background check, supposedly gave them whenever they needed to get the court order. Well, it's not, what were the allegations? The neglect or the abuse in detail of your 8-month-old child that they needed, that child was in danger. That's what I'm trying to understand. Faye has come off the phone. I thought she was still on the phone. I guess she wanted to get off the phone. Faye, can I call you back and you can be on the phone so it's easier instead of me have to read your message? Everybody else, you could talk with me here. Let me try to get this worked out. Okay. Now I'm going to get hold of Faye right now. Okay, I'm trying to get Faye's numbers here. Okay. Okay, Miranda Beaver further says, yeah, Faye, I like you to be on the phone so that way I don't have to double read your messages and Miranda's messages and everybody else's messages. So you can just listen and talk and participate. Okay, Faye?
Yeah, I hung up earlier because it was on Messenger because I couldn't turn the volume down to yeah, and I was hearing you double.
Oh, that's not fun. Well, Miranda, I don't understand why they took her 8-month-old baby away.
The reason that and this is all over the TikTok, all over all social media, from what I have understood, the reason why they're going in and they're taking people's children is they're claiming that they can't provide for their basic necessities and they can't provide a safe environment.
Okay.
And the messed up part about that is there's over 700 tiny homes sitting empty because of codes not wanting to let people move to them.
Wow.
You know, FEMA has not been doing anything to help these victims. So what are the parents supposed to do? They've lost everything. So to go do anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're taking these people's children for things that are completely out of their control.
Right.
And the reason they're doing it is because they're capitalizing off of it.
Well, here's what the problem is. Miranda says in her bathroom during the hurricane, they said it was unsanitary because the contractor hasn't came to treat the bathroom for mildew or mold yet. Can you?
Well, you shouldn't. You can't live in the house with mold anyway.
No, but can you? Miranda. If you hear me and Faye, can you get temporary housing? CPS is supposed to provide temporary housing for you and your family. Social services is supposed to do that. They're supposed to provide temporary housing until your house is livable again.
Have vouchers that they can give for you to stay in a hotel room.
Right. They let you part of the social services, and maybe the one department CPS doesn't handle, but if you talk to any of the social services, for instance, if you're in a fire and your home burned to the ground, or let's say it was partially burnt and it's not livable, then social services and the Red Cross, and you can talk to the Red Cross, by the way. A lot of you forgot, I used to work with the Red Cross, and I had like 50 years experience working disasters. And I know from going out and seeing the floods and the flames and the homes that are burnt and stuff, that they give a voucher for your hotel accommodations, or they give you a temporary housing. Now, I don't know if I don't know. I mean, without me being involved and spent a lot of time, I don't know why have you tried the National Guard? Have you tried talking to FEMA? Have you tried talking to the American Red Cross? Because they're not supposed to take your child because you can't provide them a nice home there. I mean, that is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, they do take homeless people's kids all the time. So.
Well, they take people that are homeless because they didn't have a home to start with.
No, they take kids from homeless people in shelters all the time.
Okay, well, I'm thinking of the people that had a home, the disaster struck, and because of the disaster, they need to provide you a home. That's the function of the Red Cross and Social Service and FEMA. They're all supposed to work together, along with the Salvation Army.
Yeah, they're supposed to, but they never do what they're supposed to do.
Well, I understand that, but I know it's a lot of calling, Miranda, but you need to call the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, FEMA, and the CPS. And
yeah, but the thing about it is, Bob, is if you go on any of these platforms and you listen to what they're saying, they've reached out to all these places and no help is being offered.
Well, how can we help them? I know the agency, right now it's after hours. If it's during the daytime, tomorrow I will call FEMA, or I will call the Red Cross, or I will call the CPS office and help you get your child back. The problem being is that, it's like the other day, Faye and I called Congress. We wanted to speak to a senator. It can happen. You can call Congress. They do answer the phone. The senator has not returned my phone call, but they do answer the phone. But someone's got to do this, and I cannot believe that over the hundreds of thousands of people, not just 1,000, there's a lot of people that displaced with their homes there, that you need to call and you need to hound them. They may not like you that. You need to call your governor of North Carolina. You need even to call Biden and Harris and tell them to start helping the families over there. I wish Trump was aboard because I'd call him right now. I have no problem about talking to Trump or Musk or any of these people. I'm a CEO. I know how they talk. I know I talk the language. Miranda says, yes, I can get housing. But the first time this was mentioned was when they came to take my baby. No one offered to help before taking. Well, first of all, you need to get an attorney because it sounds like they're trying to buffalo you and do it over your head. I know you don't want to make waves. But if I was in your shoes, I would get a hold of an attorney. And the right attorney to get a hold of is not the court-appointed attorney. You want to get an attorney that, works with family and Go ahead.
Well, now, Bob, how in the world is she going to buy an attorney when she don't even have a home?
She has a home. It was damaged.
Yes, it's damaged, exactly. But do you think she's got money to purchase an attorney?
Well, right now she has State Farm insurance, and State Farm will provide you an attorney.
Oh, my God. Okay, Bob.
Okay. I've worked with State Farm Insurance.
Bob, they're not going to give you an attorney.
Well, okay. So what do you want
I'm
me to do,
sorry, but
Faye?
they're not.
What do you want me to do, Faye?
I've had home insurance myself before. Renter's insurance works the same way, and they do not provide attorneys for you.
Well, I had not renter's insurance, I had homeowner's insurance.
And it works the same way as homeowners.
Well, my insurance, and that was through State Farm. I had State Farm, and they put us up at the Renaissance Inn while they redid the construction on my home being revamped. Because I didn't.
They will put you up in hotels.
Right. And while they did that, and then they took care of the home there, but they did not come and take my children because I'm not safe because I was able
You're
to.
breaking up. I can't hear you.
Okay. They didn't take my children, and CPS did not get involved because I had a hotel for them to stay in.
How long ago was that, Bob?
Probably 15 years ago. It's things.
Okay, things are way different now.
Okay. So how do you want to help out Miranda, Faye? How do you want to help out Miranda?
Well, there's ways that you can help her, yeah, but I mean, just right now, right on the spot, I can't tell you. But I know that she's not going to be able to afford to pay for no attorney.
I don't know what her income. She hasn't said anything about not affording anything. She is looking.
Okay, well, Bob, I'm just using common sense. If you've just been through a natural disaster and your house has sustained all kinds of damage and everything, it's going to be hard pressed that you're going to have 10 or 15 grand to go pay an attorney. I mean, well, I don't know, that's my logic. I don't know. Maybe you use a different logic than I do, but.
Well, the thing is you can take a credit line on your home. You can also take out a loan against it because you still have the title to that home. The problem is that sitting here and you and I like chasing our tails here, but I'm trying to help Miranda because she needs to call certain people. The problem is CPS has got involved in the running muck. When
you get off the podcast, Bob, go on to TikTok and Google North Carolina and CPS taking children away.
Okay.
Go Google.
I'm not saying it isn't horrible. Okay, I'm not saying it's horrible. Let me read what she has to say there, okay? She has said some things here. Faye says, that's the food for John. You're going to have to clean a plate for yourself, okay? And that is a salad for 3 people, so you got to split it up. Okay, Miranda says, yes, I get housing, but the first time this was mentioned, okay, see what's happened is that somehow CPS has gotten in there ahead of schedule. And I think what's happened is that CPS in North Carolina, I don't know the county there because I never dealt with that county. I'm going to try to look up that county and see what Google's saying. But that's really, really hard. Now we have a new person, Crystal Salazar. This is Crystal. Hi, Crystal. We've talked before. I'm the one that has the daughter that was interviewed at school. That was the one where your daughter had pictures taken of her by one of the social workers, and he was fired. Yes, I know, Crystal. Yeah, Miranda, I agree that CPS shouldn't have the right to come snatch your baby. That's wrong. And right, you can't fight the police or you can't fight. They probably got a court order that's illegal. And the problem is when you get a court order or CPS is involved, they don't care about families. And from what Faye says on TikTok, that they're taking away hundreds and thousands of children from families that got a hurricane damage. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way.
I don't know about hundreds and thousands, but I know they're taking away people's children.
Yeah. Miranda says, I haven't talked to anyone. I was waiting for State Farm to send contractors to rebuild the bathroom, even though everything in her home is in proper working condition, even the bathroom. So I guess what she has, everything in her home is in working condition. But anyway, CPS has gotten involved with her. Now I'm trying to find out how CPS got involved. Did someone call in and report you that you're keeping your children in an unsafe home? Is that what happened? I'm trying to understand how CPS got involved. Because CPS shouldn't be involved. It should be, right now, it should be administrated through FEMA, the Red Cross, and all the other agencies that help out in time of disaster. And I'm pretty sure President Biden declared a federal emergency disaster relief, which opens up for all kinds of relief. And there are service centers and everything else about that.
I don't know if they're getting all this help. I don't know why people are crying all over TikTok and social media saying that they're not getting any help.
Well, because a lot of times maybe they don't know who to call or who to talk to.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I didn't know either until I had to, I learned everything the hard way. I didn't know how to fight CPS until I had to go through and suffer it all. Now I know how to fight them.
Yeah, I understand that, Bob, but what I'm saying is that these people that are speaking out about what's going on and how the agencies are coming in and taking people's children, they're clearly stating that they have reached out to all these places for help and they're not getting the help needed.
Well, we got a serious problem over there. Financially, I cannot, I guess, help them financially. I can make phone calls, and I know certain people that call and how disasters are handled. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a person right now they could talk to tomorrow. I'm going to type in disaster relief relief in North Carolina. Okay, I'm going to check to see what this is pulling up right now. Unbelievable. Okay, here's what you can do. If you're listening out there, you can register online at www.disasterassistant.gov, or you could call 800-621-3362. That stands for FEMA, FEMA, 3362, between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. So right now, it's already after 10 p.m. because you're on the East Coast. So tomorrow morning, you want to call FEMA at 800-621-3362. Tell them they took your baby because you were caught up in the disaster and your bathroom wasn't safe enough or the house wasn't safe enough, and they are getting CPS involved. Also, you can also register online for disaster assistance. It's www.disasterassistance.gov. So those are two ways, Miranda, that you can deal with in the fund. Now, the North Carolina district, see, you're lucky, Miranda, because you got homeowners insurance, and State Farm is a pretty good one. Now, North Carolina Disaster Relief Fund will help provide for immediate unmet needs through reimbursement to nonprofit working with disaster survivors. Biden, I think, or Harris, was saying $700 to be sent to each of the families for things like baby formula, diapers, nest nesting, and more money is also available. If you if you're rich, makes no difference. At disaster relief, they help the rich and they help the poor. They help the rich and they help the poor. I know from my education and working with disaster relief. The United Way of North Carolina will provide grants to nonprofit or reimburse nonprofits working in impacted areas. So they have the United Way of North Carolina. Now, if you're in financial hardship, they give short-term financial assistance for families in crisis. You work first in North Carolina Temporary Assistance for Needy Family Programs. This program helps parents support themselves and their families by offering short-term training and other services to increase the chances of employment. Now, FEMA supposedly has individuals and household programs approved over $102 million, including $18.6 million to help owners and renters pay for emergency home repairs, home replacement, or other housing needs. There's also disaster relief money that you can get. The disaster relief money is appropriate against which FEMA can direct, coordinate, manage, and fund eligible response and recovers. It says, if I'm struggling, how can I get money? You get money for food assistance, for unemployment benefits, for welfare benefits, emergency housing assistance, rental assistance, help with utility bills, and government home assistance. But I know from experience you have to go and meet these people at places called service centers. These are areas that are set up where these people fly in, and they were there to help you get the funds you may need. Let me type in something else here too. Why is CPS taking children away in North Carol, Carolina, North Carolina, because of Hurricane Helena. Fact check. Do North?
Oh my God.
Go ahead. What?
Nothing, Bob. Nothing at all. Just read it.
Okay. Fact check. Do North Carolina officials keep children? The accusation that Social Service Department are threatening.
I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later, Bob.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Wow.
Do North Carolina officials keep children of Helena victims who can't find shelter? In a social media post, a man says Red Cross is set to close down shelters across North Carolina on November 15th. Families staying in their shelters being told if you don't have a safe place to take your children, you won't be leaving them. You won't be leaving with them. The authorities will keep them. Now, I'm trying to find out. I've heard a lot of these. It's a fact check. Do North Carolina officials keep children of Helena victims with shelter? After the storm, Helen hit West North Carolina on the September 27th. They killed at least 100 people in North Carolina and displaced 100 more. In a November 12th X post, an account called Disrespected Trucker posted a TikTok video by a man who calls himself the Appalachian Pepper. In the video, the man says authorities plan to take custody over children whose parents have not found a place to live. Red Cross is set to shelter across North Carolina on November 15th. Families staying in these shelters are being told if you don't have a safe place to take your children, you won't be leaving with them. The authorities will keep them, man said in the video. Political Fact North Carolina contacted the man in TikTok video using the email included in the video. He says his goal was to help family who need shelter. We did not provide evidence proving that officials, either within the Red Cross or within the government, were threatened to keep children from parents don't know a place to stay in a shelter close to his claim. Government entities and their partners are often the target of misinformation following natural disasters as Helene. PolitiFact North Carolina has fact-checked multiple misleading claims since the storm hit. Among them, the false claims that federal agencies try to seize land and resources in western North Carolina. This video features claims that are inaccurate. Red Cross shelters. First, the American Red Cross is not planning to close its western North Carolina shelters on November 15th because the humanitarian nonprofit organization has already closed all of its shelters in the region, a Red Cross spokesman said. As of November 12th, the Red Cross was no longer managing any shelters in western North Carolina. On November 9th and 10th, the Red Cross transferred management of its last remaining shelters to Western Carolina Rescue Ministry. Asheville will remain open through December 31st. The Gold's Gym in Asheville will remain open. Closing shelters also a sign that Helen victims successfully found shelter. Less shelters being open, residents are secure. The Red Cross doesn't take custody of children. We don't serve that. There's no state-driven effort. There's a legal aid, a nonprofit firm providing free legal services to victims of Carolina who haven't received any concerns about these victims losing custody of their children, who is Jonathan Perry, Legal Aid Western Region Manager. I was in Asheville area Red Cross for 7 days, spoke with hundreds of people, mainly Red Cross officials. Not once did the question arise in those shelters, nor the other mountain shelters we visit. I've not heard of this report is on the ground. There's a lot on the internet, and I realize there's a lot that is really believable or not believable. And I really feel bad because I think Faye got frustrated because she wants to help, I want to help, and it's sad that CPS has done what they plan to do there. Now, Crystal says there is a systematic let me catch up here with Miranda. I know it seems like there's more to this, but there isn't. I was offered no help from anyone, and since the home is still in working condition, I'm just waiting for the state farm to pay for it. Okay, understood, Miranda. Now the damages the bathroom will be redone. The bathroom works as it should be, and it shouldn't have CPS right to come. You're right, it shouldn't be. And again, you need to go to legal aid if you don't have money to retain an attorney. Now, Crystal, I know it's not illegal to be homeless with your kids. I have an update. Crystal says, I got my civil rights claim against CPS accepted for review at the federal level. I'm so glad to hear about that, Crystal. There's definitely a systematic issue in North Carolina. Yes, Faye.
Go check your messenger, Bob.
Okay. He was the independent president candidate to Liz in South Carolina. This is from Crystal. I'm just trying to catch up with my room right now. Now, Faye has sent me a message in Messenger, so let me go ahead and check there.
Look at the video that says female whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one that they were talking about on the news, the Crystal thing there, connection with the baby girl from TikTok. And
yeah, would you just go into it?
Yeah, I can't play it on the show. I'm going to have to save this for a continuation of tomorrow because I've gone over my show time. And I'm going to listen to it right after I hang up on the show here. But I want to thank Crystal shares me the good news of her case that is going on a lot better with her case, with her civil rights claim against CPS. It has been accepted for review, and it's at the federal level. So Crystal Salazar is giving an update. Now, as far as Miranda Beaver, she has insurance, and I want Miranda Beaver to contact Faye. She's on Facebook, Faye Manley, and you can contact her on Messenger, and maybe Faye can help you out with your case. I just know that they should not have taken your children. There's no reason to take your children because, I mean, if your home is not safe though and you're getting it correct, they should, the Red Cross should put you up in a shelter. I'm not saying CPS should, but the Red Cross should give you a voucher to stay at a hotel. So, Miranda, will you call in tomorrow? I'll be on the show at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and we can continue this. And I'll be willing to go with you and call the Red Cross tomorrow, call FEMA tomorrow. Whatever it takes, we'll call anybody where you're at, and we'll try to get your kids released because that's wrong what they're doing. It's wrong what they're doing. They should not be taking your children. Because I'm willing to go that far with you tomorrow, Miranda. So please make up time to be on the show at 10 o'clock tomorrow, okay? So thank you for sharing me what this is. I've been waiting to hear about this for weeks since Faye brought this up weeks ago when she heard the thing on there. So I want to thank you all for calling in, Crystal, for the update. I want to thank Miranda and also Tammy for giving me the list of advocates. That was nice that you're helping in there. And then also we have, yes, I am live, Surf this. We have, and they're trying to do that there. So I got to go, but thank you so much.
But it's look in her eyes that I can't forget. Just last night, somebody was at the river and.
So thank you all for listening to the first message from Vincent Davis about the podcast. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Hi, I'm attorney Vincent Davis, and I've been fighting CPS for over 35 years. Through my years of experience, I've gained invaluable insights that I'm ready to share with you. If you're a parent or a caregiver or a relative, we need to talk. I'm offering a new opportunity for you to speak with me on a one-on-one basis. Ask me any questions, and I'll provide you with the insight you need to take steps in your CPS case. Members get everything they need to gain confidence and the knowledge that they need to support necessary to truly fight back. And as a special thank you for attending, I have a special offer just for you. Don't miss out. Join us, and let's take that next step together. I'll see you at the question and answer event.